In the relation with Canadian dollar and United States dollar, the first news, Canadian stock plunged the most in 5 months as earnings as divided disappointment among gold companies along with weakening oil prices and trepidation over President Donald Trump's border tax proposal erased two-thirds of this year's rally. All 11 major industry groups were lower, led by energy shares was decline extended the year 2017 lost by 7%. Canadian consumer prices surged in January on the back of rising gasoline prices and new carbon levies, bridging inflation to the highest in more than 2 years. The next news 2016 was a spectacular for a venture capital investment in Canada, the biggest since 2001. Canadian Venture Capital and Private Equities Association report that total VC investment in the country a 41% compared to 2015 with about 3.2 billion Canadian dollar invested. For that, we decided to do a share position. The relation with euro and American dollars. The first news is that Trump budget won't touch entitlement programs. Munchin says where it will instead focus on ways to produce long-term economics growth but slashing taxes. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin said that the administration thinks tax cuts and regulatory relief would lead to a sharp increase in economic growth of a 3% or higher. The administration is exploring what is called a reciprocal tax to ensure imports are treated to the same way as US exports while avoiding trade wars. The next news, Germany and France are sending senior diplomats to Washington to seek more clarity on the US administration's foreign policy. The joint Germany-French delegation will be led by the political directors of both foreign ministers, who will hold 2 days of talk starting March 1st, according to two people familiar with the planning. We've said repeatedly that we don't have completely certainty about the new U.S. administration stand on foreign security and trade policy. Germany Foreign Ministry spokesman Martin Schlaffer told reporters in Berlin on Friday. The final news, a Senate Intelligence Committee investigation of Russia efforts to influence last year's US election, is shaping up as an unexpectedly bipartisan effort that could take months to complete as is explored to most significant controversy by shadowing the new Trump administration. To commit will examine the extent of contact that President Donald Trump's associate had with Russia's official before and after that November 8th vote. Senator Roy Blunt of Missouri, a member of the Intelligence Committee and the Republicans' leadership, acknowledged that the appetite of other committees to investigate may depend on how thoroughly the Intel Committee is thought to have dealt with this. For those news, we decide to do a long position because the uncertainty will generate that the investment stop. For this reason, relations can be devalued and can be for the something good or bad.
About the pound sterling, the first news talk about the meeting of the President Donald Trump with the Prime Minister of Great Britain, since it helped to ensure the victory of the Brexit, to be reintegrated to the Great Britain to the European Union, and thus strengthen new relations with Trump are repentance of the political critics that were made to the North American government. The second news is about the BMW car company that considers translating its production of electrical version of his new vehicle to Germany from Great Britain in response of London to leave the market of the European Union, which will affect the currency of the dollar, and that this company is a supplier to the United States of some parts of the vehicles of high range. About the news of Canada